Oh, there you are, sweet baby angel. And here I am for our final episode of the Bachelors AU for the week.
I don't think others have the same values as me. Someone coming on a show who's got a partner in the outside world, you know, when they're competing for one bachelor, for me, that doesn't in line with that. She
did. That and so much more still to come, including your memo me's. Oh, and I've also got a poll at the community page at Wilko Rehashed on YouTube right now, and you need to go and tick yes or no to the intros remaining for 2023. I love them, but they're an absolute to make, and if you don't like them, then I just won't do it anymore. So make sure after this video, you make your choice. And if you choose yes, maybe it'll sound like this. It's time to rehash all the mess and trash. That's enough. If you want it, you gotta vote. Tell me yes or no. Hello, I'm Wilko, the guy who rehashes reality, and welcome to Wilko Rehash. Giving this video a thumbs up really does help. I would love you to comment below as you are watching all the trash and drama unfold, because this episode, boom, is gonna be a good one. And as always, when you're watching the episodes, no matter when you watch them, you can always memo me. Memo me! Memo me! You send me a voice memo on Instagram, Facebook, or you can email me. The details are below in the description of this video, and I will try and get to it. I know, because I saw my phone going off last night, that there are a lot of messages coming through. So the memo me could be quite a long time for us at the end of this video, so stick around for that. Stick around for something that's going to take a long time. What a great hook. If you want extended episodes and more exclusives ad-free, you can go to patreon.com/rehashed. I have dropped the prices, and the more you support the channel, the more I can do. The start of this year, there are so many shows for us to rehash, so I would love you to join us on Patreon if you can. Shall we do it? Let's get into episode 3 of The Bachelors AU.
Darling, don't start a fire you can't put out.
Oh, there's the front door, and take yourself home.
Tash, you're embarrassing yourself.
Wow.
Ladies.
Oh, it's a little whodunit. I thought I'd made a mistake and started at the end, 24 hours earlier. Well, I know that Tash is involved, so I'm assuming she's the catalyst for all the problems. Oh, fingers crossed. In the last episode, if you didn't watch, why haven't you? Episode 1 and 2 available on the page right now. Go and watch them first. We found out that Natasha, is a reject from maths, so she didn't make it onto the series, and also she's already hooked up with one of the bachelors before. Michael from Sam Frost's season. So maybe the other girls found out that she's definitely a plant and she is absolutely not here for love. I don't care for the trash, mess and drama, it is perfection.
Ready to spill the tea?
What tea? I have all the tea.
What's the rumours? What's the chat?
I wouldn't say that they were rumours. It came straight from the girl's mouth. Jessica is keeping the secret from Felix.
Oh, there
She's had ample opportunity to tell him that she actually has a boyfriend in the outside world. Why are you coming in here to find love when you've got someone that you love? What are you here for? Like money? I don't know.
What are you here for? Actually, I know the answer to that. Drama. And I love you for it, Tash. Okay, so you've got the goss. It seems like maybe she confided in you because she told you with her own mouth that she has a boyfriend on the outside. Interesting that she would do that. Although there is a precedent, you know, there's a lot of guys who have been in the Bachelorette mansion and have bragged about having a girlfriend on the outside, and they're just here for the fame and the fortune that comes from a very low-rating TV show on Channel 10 in Australia. And Tash, I love that clearly you are about to spill all this tea. It's not your tea to spill. I don't know the full story, but if Jessica is in a committed relationship outside of the house, why is she here? She's the dancer one that old mate Felix had a really good connection with, right? Oh, this mystery is getting me in.
Jess has a boyfriend, the one that Felix likes.
Shut up.
Because that's his best friend. It came from her mouth.
Would you like to tell Felix? I would want to know about it.
Can I borrow you for a tick?
Oh, God. No, you can't, Jack. We haven't seen the guy for 3 days.
Hang on, before this,
3 days.
do you want to know this? Yeah. Okay.
Jess has got a boyfriend.
Jess, who told you that?
Through her mouth. She told me.
Through her mouth. That's where I heard it. Through her mouth. Oh shit, that's going to live in my mind rent-free forever. There is so much to catch up on here. We are moving so fast from the get-go. I'm loving it, but let's break it down. So Tash has his information. Clearly, Jessica has confided in her, or maybe a group of the girls, maybe all of them, who knows, that she has a boyfriend on the outside of the lady cave. And it seems like a poor decision to tell Tash anything, but here we are. And it also seems like a poor decision to go in there, have a partner on the outside and say, hey, I've got a partner on the outside. That's never going to go anywhere good. I'm all for honesty, but that just seems ridiculously stupid. I get it though. Tash couldn't help herself. She must tell Jed, who is apparently Felix's best friend. They met just some time ago before filming, but they're definitely best friends.
Jessica's the last person in the house that I would think would have a boyfriend coming into this.
Maybe they've just told Jed about Jess. Maybe they've just
They
told Jed
all
about
know.
Jess.
Jessica to me was this sweet, innocent sort of girl, and I think that she's come in here with a boyfriend. She doesn't seem like the sort of person that's hunting fame. It just completely threw me.
Because she looks so sweet and innocent. Oh, come on. Let her live her bad girl life, Felix. Don't go putting expectations on her just because she looks so sweet and innocent. It was so hard to keep up with all of the dates at the start, but that was the one that he did the little dance with, right? And in the shed. And they had quite a good connection. I would say that she was maybe one of the top girls. Not top enough to be pashing her at the first cocktail party or the pool party, but still up there. Oh, Jessica. Because you're so sweet, innocent, blonde and little. We just didn't expect you to be such a naughty, naughty girl.
She wants to tell you, so I don't want to take that away from her.
Well, I don't
So-
really think it's much of a chat.
did.
To be honest, I think it's more of an exit interview. I'm not getting into an open relationship.
And I didn't want that to happen. I don't want your heart to be broken. I mean,
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that she's not still.
Yeah, but
You
it's
might.
yeah. I just would. I'll talk it through. I'll talk it through.
I
Yeah,
think you
yeah.
need
This isn't even a discussion. I'm not going to go over there and ask for an explanation. This is, do you have a boyfriend, yes or no? And if it's a yes, then you're on your way out. I don't want to waste anyone's time, and frankly, you've wasted my time.
Isn't the shoe on the other foot? Look, I'm not going to defend Jess because I don't have the full story. I would like to hear the full story, unlike Felix, who apparently is going to go in and go, BF on the outside, yes or no? If it's yes, pack your bags. Get your shit, get out. If it's a no, let's stick around and talk about it. I do find it very interesting that this guy in the last episode was celebrating that he gets to date many girls at once. It's not normally acceptable to date many girls at once, but Felix gets to do it, and he was absolutely frothing it. Jessica might be dating more than one person at once, and that is wrong. And if she is, there is no explanation that he needs. She is out on her ass.
You're kidding.
Girls.
Absolutely.
Are you?
That's not fair.
I'm angry.
I see it kick off and I think, you are kidding. You're kidding.
they figured
I
out the Tash.
honestly could not believe it. And in my mind, I'm like, surely not. I'm like, surely she wouldn't do it.
Is that
Yeah,
conversation
she would.
about the Jess
Look at her face.
situation?
Yeah. No, it is, because I told Jed.
But why did you tell Jed?
Because Jed's
Is that,
my partner.
is that your place to say?
Yeah, of course. But everyone knows about it. So if you were Felix, how would you feel if someone else
But
had a
I just
partner?
think it's not really your place to say.
But I didn't tell.
No, but you told Jed.
Well, maybe Jess should have told him earlier. It's a pack of hyenas out there. They were like, nah.
All right, well, you didn't just tell. We're going to come back to the hyenas thing because I think, again, that's going to have to be something that I'm going to have to walk away and make something for really quickly and then come back. You didn't just tell Jed, you told Jed, and then you sat there and you told Felix. I love it for the trash mess and drama, but you're claiming that you're doing this because you're, I don't think you did it just because you want to be the good moral person in this scenario. I think you did it because you wanted to cause shit. I love you for it, but no one is going to believe it in the lady cave. I gotta go make something. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back, and I think I'm ready. So once the girls or the hyenas sniff out that Tash has told a secret that was given to them in confidence in the lady cave. All of a sudden...
They were like,
oh, I love it so much.
they were like,
Oh, God, get off her. Tash is doing God's work. How else was Felix going to know that Jessica has a boyfriend on the outside unless Tash said? This is definitely Tash's place, so don't come at her
they were like,
stop it. Let her live. She's everything that is moral in the world.
I just feel like you're trying to create drama right now.
I'm just being honest.
And then I get approached by, I always forget her name because she's not important or relevant, whatever her name is, Crystal, and she literally was just like, that wasn't your place. Well, you weren't there. You can just go away, you know? They were like,
Crystal, stop it. Stop coming for Tash. Can't you see that Tash doesn't do anything wrong? Tash is perfection. So coming at her with you is futile. Okay, before I comment on any of this secret boyfriend stuff, I just need to know the story. Unlike Felix, I actually want to know the story. So can we find it out?
It just happened sooner than I.
Yeah, I think we should have. No, but I said that. I said she wants to have the chance. I said she wants to have the chance.
But you already took the chance away.
It's not your business, babe. It's not your business. Stay in your lane.
Come
you
on.
heard the truth. You didn't want to hear it. You've embarrassed yourself.
Shit, you're right.
No, I'm not.
You don't have to be a rocket science to realise that what Tash did was very malicious. Didn't come from a good place at all.
I'm being portrayed the bad person. All I'm doing is being honest. You have had ample opportunity to tell him.
All she wants to do is get involved, watch it explode, and kind of watch on the sidelines and have a laugh about it.
Who's that little side piece sasshole who just, as she was eating a chocolate, she saw the camera and she thought, oh, here you are. Oh, I'm eating this chocolate, but it's not as delicious as the drama that this sasshole's causing. I got questions. All the girls seem to be supporting for her having a boyfriend on the outside. This is odd. In other situations, you would assume that once the girls found out that she had a boyfriend on the outside, they would all shank her and make her leave. There's got to be more to this story. If only we could hear it. All we keep hearing is...
they were like,
you know, everyone else be quiet.
I was very good.
You were?
Do you have a boyfriend?
I was hoping that we could have this conversation on our single
I just want you to know I'm not angry coming into this saying, oh, you've got a boyfriend, you didn't tell me. I just, I really like it.
Yeah.
And I do want to sort of hear your side of it.
Yeah, so I ideally wanted to tell you this one-on-one, have a conscious conversation about it. But yes, I have technically someone at home who has been very supportive of me. He's 33. He lives in Townsville. He knew when we first got together that I was questioning the whole monogamy situation. What is going through your mind at the moment? Like, what are you questioning?
For total honesty, what the
I wasn't expecting him to bring up my polyamory open relationship. So this is really making you quite uncomfortable.
Well, it is, because to find out that you're with someone, so I sit here and I'm like, you idiot. It's just a big shock to the system, really sort of warming to you. And I don't like how it received it from here, which isn't your fault.
Yeah, that is not her fault. But remember, Tash was just doing it because she's a really good person, everybody. Okay, so stop coming at her. So, that will never get off. Whoa, there's so many factors. So Jessica has a boyfriend on the outside who apparently is in his early 30s and lives in Townsville. Details we definitely needed for this story. And they're in a non-monogamous relationship. They're in a poly relationship, and that is a lifestyle that she subscribes to. And now she's got on the Bachelors, which seems like an interesting choice. But I guess with her morals and her lifestyle, being open and in an open relationship is not a problem. Felix being a little bit high and mighty with his what the fuck gets me again, because you have a bunch of girlfriends currently. So I think you're in the ultimate open relationships. It is it's just such a complicated situation. It is interesting that she did not bring it up earlier on, but we don't know how much time she has with him. I don't know if that's something that you bring up on the first date. Maybe on the second or third date, you would say, hey, by the way, I know we had a good connection, but I'm actually, I live a poly lifestyle. I'm non-monogamous. Is that something that you're interested in? But when you're on a television show, I can kind of see it from both sides. He should know the information, but also she should be given the time to reveal things about her at her own pace. Tash should have definitely not outed her. That is not Tash's place. I think we know that. I think Tash knows that. But she did it for the trash mess of drama, and I'm all here for it. But I don't think that was particularly a good move as a human. But then I think also Felix does have a right to know. It's just a timing thing. Oh, it's so complicated. Oh, I can't wait to get to your memo me's at the end to find out exactly what you think about this.
What's your thoughts on open relationships?
I think I struggle because obviously, I'm the sort of white picket fence guy, but I wouldn't be able to deal with an open relationship. If you're not up for that, I think that this decision's in your court. If that's not something that you think you can live with, brutally honest, when I look at the group of girls that I've got here, you're the person where I look at, that's someone that I could be with. And it's really, really hard for me to find that.
I subconsciously do want, that fairy tale monogamous relationship. But at the same time, I will be honest, Felix, in that, monogamy is just something that I'm still trying to figure out, as to whether that can actually...
Yeah. Do you feel like I'm the one for that?
Well, I don't know. We haven't spent, time together.
Yeah. We said at the same time. Yeah, you haven't spent any time together to know if this is going to be a thing. So how is she going to know? You had an initial spark and attraction, and who knows what chemistry you can build off that. I love that he said he's like the white picket fence guy, and she was going to slot into that so perfectly. You know what? Very white, blue eyes, blonde hair, perfection. Itty bitty tiny little package. She dances. She's perfect for the white picket fence fantasy. And then she's gone and ruined it because she loves having all these boyfriends. Or at least 2 at a time. This is so good because it's going to be so triggering for people who don't have an open mind. I get it. You can say that this is my preference. I actually don't want you to be with anyone else. And if you want to, take a chance with me, then great. If not, go. I can respect that. He doesn't have to be into any sort of non-monogamous poly lifestyle. I don't know. The way that he's gone about it is a bit bleh.
You feel like...
And I'm what to do? If I was in his position, I wouldn't.
Darling,
Everyone's being a bitch.
would you like to get a drink with me today?
Love to, actually. Can we please?
Okay, right. So she has a cry and now she gets the one-on-one date. I'm assuming she was going to get the one-on-one date anyway, but this definitely has secured it for her, having a cry on the couch because everyone's so mad coming at her. And
They were like,
well, now you get a drink because everyone was like, at you. So where does this leave Jessica and Felix?
Do I play it out and do I sort of see what happens with it?
See what happens. It's almost as if the mirror's cracked.
Oh, the mirror's cracked. The mirror is shattered.
The mirror is shattered.
The one thing through this is I don't want her to feel like shit because it's just because her life choices aren't disrespectful to anyone. It's just I don't align with it. So I'm not going to say you don't want to be monogamous, polygamous. That's wrong. No, it's not. Great.
Yeah.
I love a threesome, but I just don't want to do it with my wife.
Okay, all right. Well, let's just clear something up. Being non-monogamous doesn't mean that you're always having threesomes. Having a I love how he's just compared it to it. I love having threesomes. I'm just not going to do it with my wife. What do we say about that? I get it. That's your preference. If you want to be in a committed relationship and you want to be monogamous and that's what you want, great. I do love that he said that he's not going to sit there and judge her for her lifestyle or make her feel bad. Even though I feel like that's what he did in the chat just earlier. But again, it's highly edited, who knows? But the most shocking information out of all of this is that Felix loves a threesome. None of us would have picked that, okay? All right, it is group date time and they're off to one of the 58 theme parks. I don't know, it was Movie World, I guess. And Dreamworld? I don't know. It's one of them. And the only thing interesting that happens for me is this.
A group date in Dream World. Shocking idea, if you ask me, because my number one fear is roller coasters.
Like the profanity coming out of his mouth, unlike I've ever heard.
I feel like for Felix, this guy takes the cake. Everything to him is a shocking idea. Pool party, bleh. Coffee date, bleh. Going ice skating, bleh. He's just not. You know what he loves? He loves getting a boner. Don't say boner, mate. He loves getting a stiffy. Oh, that's worse. While Tash talks about her ex-bachelor boyfriend. Like, that seems to be the only thing that we've figured out that he loves. Oh, and himself, and fashion, and nail polish and tats. I've really just created quite a list.
A conversation better, more in a one-on-one.
We'll hopefully get a bit of a chance later on.
Good, like, kind of, having a bit of oh, let's go. Yeah.
Oh. Hey, this is our dance.
Him and Tilly are having a good old time dancing.
So Jessica's trying to pull him aside for a second to figure out where they're standing and just get some sort of reassurance, and some sort of jazzy song comes on, and then boom, he's gone. He's out. Yes, he's definitely in touch with other people's emotions and sensitive and empathetic and things like that. All right, I know what you're thinking. It is very quick for us to get to the rosebud ceremony, but this is the only thing apart from the initial part of the episode that we need to know.
I don't think Jessica deserves a rose from Felix because she's got a boyfriend. If she doesn't get a rose and gets eliminated, all the girls are going to blame me. I'm not responsible for her having a boyfriend.
No, you're not.
Like a standoff.
If Jessica doesn't get a rose, I tell you what, all those girls are going to come straight to you.
They were like,
It doesn't seem like they've really talked about it. Again, it's a highly edited show, but I feel like if they have had a discussion, we would get to find out a little bit more as to where Felix stands in this situation. I feel early on, if he is so set against an open relationship, I don't think he should give her a rose.
Yeah, it was just really good. We've got such great chemistry together. When I'm with him, it's just nothing else matters and everyone else's background noise.
When you think about that time you spent with him and perhaps you being at finale.
Oh, I am a finale. Yeah, I am the finale. So I think that's enough.
What are the values in that relationship that are important to you?
It's trust, loyalty, honesty. I feel like the way Jed and I are, no offense to anyone else, yeah, we're on a really good path.
Loyalty and honesty, are they values that are important to you?
Huge.
Do you feel you live by those values?
100%, every day. I don't think others have the same values as me. Someone coming on a show who's got a partner in the outside world, you know, when they're competing for one bachelor, for me, that doesn't in line with that. She did.
She did.
They were like,
you are phenomenal. What a gift to this show you are, Tash. The ultimate in sass holes. In fact, I'm going to find a wig so I can bring you to life on this channel. She is standing up there, and yeah, sure, she's being baited by Osher, but she's standing there talking about how great her connection with Jed is, and when they're together, nothing else matters. She's doing this in front of everybody else. She doesn't give a shit about anyone else's feelings. Love it. And then she wants to talk about trust, loyalty, and everything that Jessica doesn't have because she's in an open relationship, and that instantly means that you're not a loyal or trustworthy person, apparently. Oh, God.
Jessica, I think Tash is talking about you.
Oh, no shit.
How are you feeling?
My heart just sank a little bit then. But look, I value the fact that you are being honest with yourself. That's how you feel. That's so fine. Thank you for sharing that with me, particularly in this group environment. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. But I just know for me, I have been true to myself. I was going to tell Felix at the time where I thought it was the right time, particularly in those group settings where there was a lot of sensory overload. Do you tell someone the very first time you meet them, or do you wait until you form a little bit of a connection with them and until they know a little bit about you before perhaps judging part of you? Selfish.
I guess if anybody would know what selfish is, it's Tasha.
They were like,
Well, Jessica spoke really well, and you might agree or disagree with her lifestyle. That's your business, whatever. But ultimately, like anybody's sex life, personal information, it is their right to out that part of themselves at the time that they deem appropriate. It's no one else's business. Yes, Felix deserves to know. Should he know a little bit earlier? Maybe. I don't know the span of time. Have they been there a day, 2 days? Have they been there a week? How much one-on-one time are they getting? Should she have said it on the first date? I don't think so. Here's where I can agree with Tash. Felix does need to know this. But it is not Tash's job. She didn't need to go to Jed. I love that she did for the Trash Mr. Drama, but she did not need to do that. And for her to not be able to see that at all and go, you know what? Probably wasn't my place. I just felt like he needed to know. And I'm sorry if I've caused any hurt. She's not taking any ownership. And you know how I feel about people who don't take any ownership about any wrong that they do.
At the end of the day, Felix has to decide as to whether he wants to keep an open mind. Felix is I'm okay either way.
Know? I think that at the end of the day, it was Jess's business. It was really awful of Tash to go out of her way to tell Jed. And I feel like it's very awful and be nice to Jess in front of cameras and say that you're okay with everything.
Could we say the same for you?
No. Let me finish. On here, kind of attack her.
I'm an old school romantic and I have
not your
one
business,
boyfriend,
babe. It's not your business.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm sick of these two.
I am a one person in a relationship.
So that's why
romantic.
you told Jed?
Because
Jed's not your boyfriend.
But Jed is our boyfriend on the show.
But is Felix?
Silly.
Tash, you're embarrassing yourself.
Clearly, there's a lot to talk about.
Jealousy, I think.
Can I get away from her?
God, it is actually. Oh, there's
Lady.
the front door and it's probably not even going to get a rose.
Perhaps it might be best if we kept the evening moving along.
It might be best, Osh. Although, I could watch this all night, them bickering. It's like a housewives reunion and you are no Andy Cohen. He is so used to...
They were like,
I love that Tash has gone on a rant about being an old school romantic with her morals and yada, 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 and she applied for MAFS. And God knows what other shows she's applied for. But you're not going to convince us that you're definitely there just for love. This early in the series, the rose ceremonies are generally quite boring, so this is excellent. I don't necessarily care who goes home so early on, and I'm sorry, it's just that you've not been included in the edit, so we haven't had a chance to connect with you.
Crystal.
Oh.
Crystal, will you accept this rose?
This one.
Jessica.
Oh! I made a noise too.
Jessica, will you accept this rose?
I will.
Okay.
Abby, Emma, Aileen, ladies, your time here has come to an end.
So I'm feeling actually quite happy and reassured.
oh my God, did that actually just happen? I really care right now. I think this is absolute bullshit. If I came in the house with a boyfriend, the girls would have come at me like a Jerry Springer show. I think there is a double standard, for sure. Right now, I need my partner's support, and that's Jed.
Do you need Jed's support right this second? Because the girls aren't going to come at you. Jessica's staying.
They were like,
I guess they'll always be at you. So Jessica is staying, and I don't know what that means in Felix's decision process, if it's definitely all his or if the producer said, hey, you might look like a bad guy if you kick her out too early. Who knows? Maybe they just want to get her to stick around for a little bit more trash and drama. And for Tash to say that she doesn't care, oh, you care. You inserted yourself in a situation that had nothing to do with you. So you absolutely care because you want that screen time, baby.
I'm over it. Like, it's very high school right now, and I just honestly feel like I really do like you, but it's been a lot, and
Let's get into it.
they're just targeting me. Like, I'm the only one, and because I stood up for what I believe in, and I feel like he's old enough to make his own decision whether he wants to stay with me.
But when you say you like me, does that mean would you rather leave the house?
I don't want to leave the house, but it's a really difficult situation because everyone's hating on me right now.
You or me is you or me. It's
Yeah.
got nothing to do with anyone else. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Nothing to do with anyone else. And if anyone else has an issue with that, then good luck getting a single day.
Oh, holy shit, he is doubling down. I love it. You guys, I hope you end up together because you are going to be an absolute toxic mess. I don't like a whole house of people ganging up on one person. That is ridiculous. We've seen it in other series and it's just not nice. She's making it out like she has no support. She does. We saw a little side piece sasshole earlier. You know, the one eating chocolate. Here's the reason that nobody wants to be on your side, because you can't admit any fault. And then you run to Jed and you go, oh, everyone's mean to me. It's so high school, so maybe I'll go. The emotional manipulation you're playing right now is at high school level, and Jed is still falling for it.
I've done nothing wrong. I've told
if you believe
that I'm seeing.
Can I just ask you a question? Do you believe what she did was right or wrong?
There's people here that want to find love, and if I heard that someone came in here already in a relationship, I would want to tell that person.
You would tell the other person?
Yes.
Okay, that's probably why you two are probably well suited to each other.
Hang on.
Perfect.
But I don't have to agree with everything, and you may have done something different.
Yeah, I think we should move forward. I think we should move forward.
And I'm not here for the drama. I couldn't care less.
Perfect. Lovely.
Let's all have a big hug.
Tash is a bitch.
End of sentence. She's not here for the drama. She didn't think that this would cause drama. How was she to know that bringing up this information was going to cause any drama? Crystal, you are out of line.
Oh my God, everyone's just attacking me for what I've done.
I feel like we shouldn't talk about it anymore and do that. Remember
Yeah,
before
you
you
just said
said
it's done.
we're not doing the drama
I'm putting
thing?
the Jess
Yeah, but I think by you feeding Marge with our conversation.
I think they're thirsty for some airtime, and they know that I've been getting a lot of that. Anytime the camera's on me, they'll just, quick, let's get our 5 minutes of fame. Let's try and stir her up.
I have not done anything wrong. Jed 100% backs me up.
Jed 100% backs Tash.
Yeah, okay, well, he can, and he can live with those consequences for the rest of his life. I hope he does. Now, did you catch Tash saying, the girls are just there to stir her up? She can't be held responsible for the way that she acts. She can't be held responsible for the things that she says because everyone's making her do it. You made her act like this. I agree with Crystal. You just said that you were going to put it to bed, and then you came back into the lady cave and you started whinging about it again, saying that everybody's coming for you. If you're putting it to bed, put it to bed, move on. But you don't want to. You actually want the drama. You feed off it. And then when it gets too much, you can play the victim.
Concerned because I don't think you see everything that happens in this house.
Jasmine always tries to start something. She should really learn that when she starts something, I'm going to finish it.
I didn't say anything about Jasmine's OnlyFans at all to Jed. It's not my place. It's not my business.
No. That didn't need to be brought up. In this setting, that didn't need to be brought up. You know that, Tash, that wasn't that what you just mentioned. You know that wasn't cool.
About what?
About what you just said.
About what?
Joke's on you, Jasmine.
Oh my God! They've gone full maths, and Tash is the new Oblivia. People call her out on her shit saying, why are you bringing out Jasmine's OnlyFans in this now? Why are you bringing that up? You haven't given her a chance to bring that up. Why are you? Why is it coming through your mouth? And you go, what? What are you talking about? It's just so good.
Come on, guys. This is not the group setting to be doing this shit.
What is she just doing?
I think I'm going to call it a night.
Of course, I've done all I can to cause fucking problems.
That did not just come out of her mouth.
Come on, guys. No one needs to be nasty here.
No, I'm gonna leave. I'm over it.
What's her name? Jasmine? I don't even really care about her. I think she's very jealous and very intimidated about me, but then I don't blame her.
Everybody is Tash. Everybody wants to be Tash. Everyone's just trying to bring Tash down. Anybody who doesn't see the world like Tash is only there to destroy Tash. All she can hear is...
They're all like...
So she's done. She's not. She's going to stick around as long as she fucking can. But she's going to, I'm done with this. I might leave. I might. Won't.
That's something that she told me privately that she wants to speak to Jed about.
Yeah.
Talk to Jed about that. If you want to be an OnlyFans person and get your name out, then, I don't know, don't come in here and find love.
Jazz?
I have to go. I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry. But I like you, so just don't worry. It's just there's a lot going on. Just don't worry about nothing, okay? I like you. Don't worry.
Have fun.
Need to go.
I don't know what's going on. I gotta go. I like you. Don't worry. I like you. Gotta go. Sorry, but... Also, Tash, if you have an OnlyFans, that means that you're just there for fame. Is that the only... You know people on OnlyFans can also want love. What the fuck?
The understanding that you guys had about her not mentioning what she was going to mention, it was just mentioned in a group setting.
Give her the glass.
No.
Oh, she's actually and he doesn't see it. Why doesn't he see it?
It's so unbelievably disgusting to see someone act like that.
She used you as an example as to not bringing
other people's secrets up.
She is the most hypocritical I've ever met in my entire life, and she can go drown in a sewer.
Has really shown me that if the guy I'm dating thinks that this girl is the one, it's really making me question whether I want to be dating the same man as her.
Yeah. He sat here and defended her. How can he not see that she's a sociopath? Like, is there a red flag with him that I'm not seeing? Because that behaviour is shocking. Do you see him defend somebody like that is shocking. Is he the person I want to be with, or is he just blind?
And that's it for another episode of The Bachelors AU. Oh my goodness. I'm going to loosen my tie a little bit. That was a time, and not 1 second of that had anything to do with love. So that's a good episode for me. How did you enjoy it? I think this is going to be a long one, but it is time for Memo Me! This is where you can send your memos and thoughts directly after the episodes, and I will include them in the rehash. All you have to do is email me. The details are below in the description, or go to Wilko Rehashed on Instagram or Facebook and just send me a voice memo like Anonymous has.
The thing about Jed that bugs me is, like, I thought they went for this really creative angle. I thought the idea was, let's get a guy who looks like a dickhead, kind of talks and walks like a dickhead but isn't a dickhead, and they literally just sent a dickhead. Like, he's exactly what you think he is. There's no mystery behind Jed. He's exactly what you expect from a drummer of a failing rock band. I just thought they would put in a little bit more effort and found someone with some substance underneath all of that rock persona. So they didn't do that. Thomas looking good so far. You know, he might be able to carry the whole show. But yeah, these two guys, and bloody Felix, like, you've had your time being single on the outside. You're telling me that you just went on this show to hook up with heaps of girls. Like, you were doing that before. I don't get it. It's confusing.
Oh, please, memo me. Oh, they are coming through thick and fast. Hello, Deb.
Hi, Wilko. Deb here. Yep, watched Bachelors last night. Oh my God, that was epic. Tash is definitely leaning into her villain role. I did like the fact that the girls sort of sat together with her and tried to explain to her that outing someone else's secret was really a shit act to do. Interested to see at the next rose ceremony as some of the girls start jumping to other bachelors. It's gonna be fun.
Ooh, it already is, Deb. Thank you so much for your Memo Me! All right, we've got more. Shit. A memo me from Floyd.
Hello, Daddy. This is my thoughts from episode 3 of The Batch 2023. That rhymes. Okay, so the actual episode, pretty good. Definitely the best one so far. Okay. Full of trash, mess, drama, and goss and tea, and all the secrets that one could desire. It's been pretty good, been good fun so far. So I've actually quite enjoyed this series. Okay. In terms of the actual people, get this out the way. Felix, absolute wanker. If I had to compare him to someone, would be Nathan from Byron Bay.
Okay.
But I mean, there's a lot of people you could compare him to. Anyway, then you've got Jed, aka MGK. Look, half of him's really funny, especially when he's on a roller coaster. But then the other half of him is ignorant and dumb as you really could be, to be honest. Thomas, he seems okay, but there could be a little villain role for him later on. We'll just have to see, because we haven't really seen much of his personality per se. Tash.
First
of all, what she did today was pretty disgusting. Like, I wasn't much of a fan of that. It reminded me of a bit of Olivia from Maths last year, or whenever it was. I love your content, Daddy. I want you to keep it going. Even though no one's watching The Bachelor, we sure are. All right. Bye-bye, Daddy!
Memo me! Memo me! Wow. That was a fucking ride. All right, more memo me's. Holy shit. All right, they're getting
Daddy,
longer and longer.
Oh my God, I feel like I need to call my GP and make an appointment tomorrow to get blood pressure tablets, because my blood pressure is just through the roof right now just watching this. First of all, where do I even start? Okay, Cornflakes, a.k.a. Felix the Cat. I think he needs a new name. He seems to think he's qualified as an ENT, ears, nose, throat surgeon because he likes to perform tonsillectomies. And I think he all then needs to have the name Dr. Dick for many reasons. Then for Tash. Well, actually, I'll go back to Dr. Dick now for a second. He, in my mind, is, I'll use an Irish expression of where we just call him a complete and utter gobshite. There's no other words for it. He then acts like the saint, first of all, then going, oh, and I had Jess up on my list as giving her the next tonsillectomy, when he's barely talked to the girl. And then he also says later on to the lads, well, I'd get in a threesome, but not with my wife. Meanwhile, he's also dating 9 other women. Anyway, that's it for now. Use it if you want. Song of fun.
Thank you, Rome. Memo me. Oh, we have another one.
Hi, Wilko. This is your sweet baby angel from the Netherlands. My name is Ostea.
Ostea.
No, I don't watch the show, just your rehashes, because you're way more entertaining.
That's too kind.
My thoughts are, I'd date Felix, definitely,
Okay.
if I wanted to disappoint myself and my parents. Also, Tash is absolutely crazy. I think I kind of like it.
Of course you do.
Yeah. I do hope a little that Jet sticks it out with that one girl. Because maybe we'll get a sweet storyline and maybe a happy ending. Probably not. Anyways, love you. Bye.
Bye, Ostena. Memo me! Memo me! I think oh no, we've got more. There are more. Okay. Amy Summer.
I reckon, in all honesty, Jess should have told Felix on the first date, meet up, catch up, coffee thing, that she was poly, to see
Bit soon for me.
if he felt comfortable that there was someone else as well.
Mm-hmm.
And he would have said no and they would have parted ways. Easily could have been friends. I think Tash did the right thing by telling Jed, because she has past experiences of being in a relationship where her partner pretends to be single. And she told him that there was a girl in the house who had a boyfriend.
Okay.
And Jed told Felix, but again, she didn't tell Felix.
Well, she did.
But again, I still think she kind of did it because she still has those feelings for Felix, who thought she was meeting with first.
I think Memo me! Yeah. Memo me! I think towards the end there, I was definitely getting on your side with your train of thought. I think Tash didn't do it because she's all right, righteous and moral. I think she did it because she wanted to destroy everybody else's happiness. That's why she did it. I think we have one more from Lulu.
Jessica has a boyfriend.
Yes.
Therefore, bye-bye, Felicia. Goodbye. Fuck off. You shouldn't be there. You're wasting everybody's time. Felix should have just gone, see you later, goodbye. And the fact that Jasmine has an OnlyFans that she didn't want anyone to know about, but she made a big point of letting the girls know she had an OnlyFans account. But she's then so traumatized because the secrets got out. So she didn't want anyone to know, but on national television revealed she has an OnlyFans account. Oh my God.
Yeah,
the drama. Let me get a Kleenex. Oh, it's too much.
Memo me! Okay. Memo me! All right, everyone is entitled to their opinion. I have to disagree a little bit with Lulu. I think she's okay with people knowing that she has an OnlyFans. She just wanted to be the one who told Jed about that. So she was being open and honest with her friends in the house, and I'm getting more memo mails as we speak. I don't have time. I think it's all about who has the right to share the information. If you were told something in confidence, then it's not really your place to go and tell everybody, especially when it comes to someone's relationship, sexuality, how they identify, if they don't want anyone else to know, like really personal things like that. Having an OnlyFans is also something that maybe someone wants to hold. I'm not going to judge someone for having an OnlyFans. Like I don't do that on the internet because, well, mainly because no one would pay for it. If I thought someone would, then maybe. I guess it just depends on where you sit with your open mind. I'm not going to judge anyone for those kind of things because really it doesn't affect my world. So I also don't see Tash outing her for any. There was no reason for that whatsoever. To a point, you can say yes, giving the information about Jess. Maybe she can say she thought she was doing the right thing. I don't think she was, but with the OnlyFans thing, there was no need for it. She did that purely out of spite. I gotta go. This has been one of the longest rehashes ever. Thank you so much for all of your memo me's. We're going to continue doing this for all the shows that I will be following, including Love Island UK, obviously Maths AU, and Survivor, which will be on Rehash to win. If you are a Patreon Sweet Baby Angel, don't worry, you will get all of them extended, ad-free, into your feed every time I drop a video. Any other thoughts or feelings, you can comment below. It really does help the algorithm. Make sure you've given a thumbs up, and I will see you next week for more Bachelor AU. Over the next couple of days, more Love is Blind from that season 3 on Netflix will be dropping for you. Until then, bye-bye.